Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast. A while ago, I did a poll saying which animation should I do an animation tutorial of, and the winner was the regular show. So today, I'm gonna animate the regular show. But first, we'll have to draw the characters. So I'm gonna get on to the first part, which is the drawing. So let's just do that. I think I'm gonna start with Mordecai. I think I'm gonna start with his head facing, how should I do this? I think I'm just gonna draw a circle. I'm looking at a picture of Mordecai over here so I can have kind of reference. I think I'm gonna start with a circle like this. And I'm just using pencil right now. Kind of loop up like this maybe. So that's kind of his face right there. And it kind of goes up to here. This will make sense in a sec. And then his head kind of goes down like that. And he has like an ear. This is just an outline of the face. And his head kind of goes like this, looks like. And that kind of just looks like a little fireball or something. But now, I'm gonna draw the eyes. I'm gonna draw an eye right here. I think that's a good location for the eye actually. One eye right here. And then he kind of has another eye that like goes right here. So he has two eyes right here. I'm gonna see how that looks for now. I feel like those eyes are a little small, but we can make them bigger if they are too small. But I'm gonna make a line that goes right down to here. Like he's a bird, so that's like his bird color hair. I'm not gonna draw his beak. Actually, I'm gonna erase the eyes. I'm totally gonna erase the eyes. I'm just gonna, actually, yeah, I'm gonna erase the eyes. I might add the eyes on a different layer because there's an idea I just thought of. So that'll be his head right there. That's his head. Now, I'm gonna add a piece of paper over this. And underneath this glass table is a light bulb. And I can turn on the light bulb and see through the paper and trace over it. It's pretty cool. So right now, I'm gonna draw an eye right here. And the reason I'm adding it on a different layer is because I might wanna add different expressions to his eyes. So here, he's like normal. And here, we can have his eyes. We're gonna have to add a lot of mouth movements. I hope I have enough room. His beak kind of goes over his nose. So we can go like that, right here. So we got his beak, and this is just his, and I'm gonna erase this part of the eye because the beak goes over his mouth. I think I'm just gonna draw his pupils right here. These are gonna be his pupils. I'm gonna draw them separately. Actually, I'm just gonna draw one pupil. I think I'm gonna get to his torso. Now, this is harder than I thought. This is taking more time than I thought it would. I'm gonna add his belly right here. So I'm just adding his torso right here. And above the torso, I have his head, like to see reference. It looks like he has like a chest bump right here. And he doesn't wear pants for some reason, I don't know. So I'm drawing his arm right here. It looks like it's just a wing arm. So we're just gonna draw a wing. The regular show, and I realized that fucking Mark Hamill voices in the regular show, and I'm like, I didn't know that. That's crazy, he Skips. He was Skips. I didn't realize Mark Hamill voiced in the regular show, that's cool. And now I'm gonna get onto his mouth movements, his mouth shapes. So that's his mouth, and that's just him with a straight closed mouth. But if he wants to talk, we're gonna have to add some more mouth movements. I'm just gonna trace it over in different flaps right here. So first we can do the A vowel, the A vowel. We can go like this. I'm just tracing over the mouth. I think if we go like this, I think he just opens his mouth like that. I don't think, what do his teeth look like? I never really paid close attention to how his teeth are. I think he has like bump teeth, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna do that. That's the A vowel. So we got the A vowel. So that's him opening his mouth right here. And if we go down, maybe we can do the S vowel, which is more like closed. So we just trace over the mouth movements. My idea, I wanna make an animation with Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson, the boss. But I don't think I'll have time to do that all those characters today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna animate Mordecai saying something. That's like the C vowel. The O vowel. That doesn't really look like right. Maybe his beak's bending more. Maybe a more circly O. This is hard. I don't get the O vowel. And then I'm gonna add some more vowels. Maybe like the F vowel. I think I'm just gonna start with those mouth movements. Altogether, I think this should make Mordecai. Except the legs, I'm just gonna do a body shot. Now, I'm gonna get on to the inking. Now, I'm gonna get on to the inking. I'm gonna ink it with a 1mm pen and scan it onto this scanner. So yeah, let's just do a speed roll of that. Now, I'm gonna get on to the voice acting. Now, I'm gonna get on to the voice acting. I'm just gonna say a random line into the microphone. I don't really have a script. Dude, I hope Benson doesn't find out. Wait, what should I do? My friend Rigby isn't here right now, but I'm Mordecai. No, that's stupid. I'm Mordecai. I hope Benson doesn't find out I broke his TV. Whoa! I have to add the whoa. Anyways, now I'm gonna get on to the coloring. Now I'm gonna get on to the coloring. I'm gonna open Adobe Illustrator. That's what I use for coloring. You can also use Adobe Photoshop, but I like Illustrator. I'm gonna go to New File and click a random 1920 by 180 document. If you click Ctrl-Shift-D, it makes a transparent background view. Why are they blank? Oh, I scanned it to the wrong scanner. I need to scan them all over again. Can't believe I didn't scan the frickin' thing. I did, but it was downstairs. Why are you scanning to the goddamn downstairs scanner? Scan to my own scanner. You frickin' idiot. Every time I stop scanning, it goes downstairs, reconnects to the other scanner. Maybe I could just disconnect, but literally so annoying. Alright, now we got all the drawings here. So I am gonna select all these, open them, and I'm gonna start with the head, right here. So we can click Ctrl-Shift-D and make a transparent view. It's upside down, so I can just go transform, rotate 180. And now I'm gonna go image trace. And this makes it manipulatable. Right now, we can't color anything or anything like that. What we have to do is go to click the object, go to image trace under window, image trace, and then you click it, click default black and white logo. Okay. Unless the object's already colored, then you can click high fidelity photo, but that's something else. Now we can click expand, object expand, which makes it manipulatable. Now I'm gonna take the eraser tool, just so it blends. Wait, shit. Oh, god damn it. No. There we go. So now we got his head, and we have to get the right colors. So it looks like he has a blue top part of his head. Maybe like a dark blue, maybe a little darker than that. I feel like that blue is perfect. And then he has a darker blue right here. Now, we can select it, copy, and put it onto the blank document. So it's its own object. And File, Export As, and we can export it to whatever file we want, obviously. I'm gonna do head, H-E-A-D. We do the same thing, image trace default, black and white, okay. Object expand, okay. I'm gonna take the eraser tool and erase this. So we get the background out. And now, what's his torso? It's just white. He has like literally just a white torso. I'm actually gonna draw a tail on him. It's like right here. There, now we got his tail. That took long enough. Command all, export as T-O-R-S-O, torso. I'm gonna add his arm now. Object, expand, okay. And I'm just gonna color the arm like that. Was that the right blue? There, now that's his arm. Oh, I think the fingertip parts are black. Like these little parts right here, they're not white, they're colored in black. So that's his arm. That looks pretty much like Mordecai's arm. And now, I'm gonna add his mouth movements. And here's the pupil. I'm just gonna export the pupil by itself. All we have to worry about is his beak. He looks like he has like a gray beak. And I'm just gonna export all of these mouth movements too. There, now I'm gonna get on to the keyframing. Now, I'm gonna get onto the keyframing on Adobe Animate. I'm just gonna go to new file. I have 14 minutes left on my camera. You think I can do this in time? There's 4K HD, you can choose what definition you want. You can also choose the frame rate right here. I'm gonna go to the library panel. This is the library where you import all the stuff in, the canvas and the timeline. And these are all his drawings we made for him. I'm just gonna drag them all into the Adobe Animate. I'm just gonna do a regular background. I don't really care. We also have to add the audio file we did. So I exported the audio file as an AIF. Adobe Animate only accepts AIF or WAV files. They don't accept MP3 files. So I exported that audio I made and put it into Adobe Animate. And now I'm gonna add time to the keyframe. So this is it right now.
I'm Mordecai. I hope Benson doesn't find out I broke his TV.
Now I'm gonna add a layer and just start adding the torso. Actually, I don't want a white background because this body's white, so I don't want it to like blend. So here's his torso, and we can just drag that in. We can scale it down. I'm gonna put him right here. And now we got his head, and we can just drag that in here. Make it like the same size. So that's looking pretty good so far. I actually do like that. We can drag in his arm. If we click this asset warp tool, we can click the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist. We can kind of make it like he's moving his arm, or wing, or whatever. Now I'm gonna add a layer. I'm gonna add the frame picker tool, so it makes it easier to animate. So this is what he looks like right now. Maybe like right there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna insert a scene just for a canvas we can work with. And I'm gonna drag in the A vowel, I'm gonna drag in the C vowel, and every single vowel we made. And this is gonna be for the frame picker tool. I'm gonna drag in the F vowel. Yeah, so now we can just click all of these and select all. And I'm gonna go to convert the symbol, and we'll call it beak, because it's a beak, not a mouth. Get it? Okay. Now we got the frame picker tool, and what we have to do is we have to click this little edit symbols icon right here. So I'm gonna click that. Well, actually you can right click it, go to beak, and it opens up this different canvas right here. And since there's 7 different mouth movements, I'm just gonna add a layer and add 7 keyframes. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I'm gonna take this single mouth movement, copy it and paste it onto this blank keyframe. And if you wanna like make sure it's on synchronized, you can use the onion layer. So now we can take out this layer and we just got this. It's just all the mouth movements. It's just gonna loop. So if we go back to that one scene we made right here, scene 1, we can go to frame picker. We can actually take this out now. Beak, right here. So beak, we drag that in. So now we got that beak, but it's just gonna be like looping the mouth and it's not gonna look accurate at all. You click the mouth, click frame picker, and you click loop, and then you click single frame. That way it's just one frame, and then you can click what mouth movement you want. We might have to manipulate the pupils with it though. Actually, there is a way to do that. So I'm gonna take out these pupils, so we don't have to like manipulate the pupils every time. I have 6 minutes left on my camera, shit. I'm just gonna add the pupils to this. So that way we won't have to add the pupils for every frame. Here, it'll have the pupils, and we don't need this anymore. And I'm just gonna quickly animate this. I have 5 minutes left on my camera. And maybe we can add the arm moving right here. So I'm just gonna go like, I hope, maybe his arm moves a little. But we can do that. Right now, now we got the frame picker tool, we can zoom into the mouth, click V. Every vowel he says, we can just click right here from frame picker. So he starts off with a straight face right here. And he opens his mouth to I, yeah, right there, I, and then the O, mo. So yeah, now we can just quickly add mouth movements like this. Now, after drawing it, inking it, coloring it, and keyframing it, and voice acting it, this is what I came up with. I hope you enjoy it.
I'm Mordecai. I hope Benson doesn't find out I broke his TV. Whoa!
These toons.